All right, guys, real interesting start here. This is my SPY chart. Well, what I was looking at before was actually the ES, so obviously basically the same thing. But these have a few different trend lines happening, and obviously, it's behaving exactly as it should. Now, yesterday we had a very similar situation where you had some ascending trend lines meeting some descending trend lines. SPY traded right along on these trend lines, and then it happened to kind of make its way above these, I think, around 10:30. Now, the only thing about yesterday, and I sure hope it doesn't happen today, is just a real, boring day, on kind of a grind up. Where, I'm an options player, so, grinding up days are not good. I need some swings in either direction. This is just switching over to the ES. Obviously, a few different bars I have driven, drawn up on the SPY. So, on this chart, the ES would obviously look like it has a lot more room to the upside. Obviously, I think it does, but if you get back to that SPY chart, my trend lines there are just a little bit more of like a micro study. So obviously that disappeared. But yeah, so you can see all these lines here. So obviously a bit more of a micro study on this chart, but the trend lines work. So I'm confident we're gonna ride this ascension. Obviously if we fall down into this range, we're gonna be careful because we'll probably then start to grind down. But without news, we got past unemployment. I believe we have PMI numbers. Without serious news, I really don't see a reason why we don't continue to grind up. Obviously, the big boys are getting bought up. Microsoft, I thought Amazon was down today. Google was up. I'm sure Apple's up. I don't really watch Apple, but I'm sure Apple's up. Microsoft's over here. Microsoft's doing just fine on a nice grind up above its moving averages, running into a descending trend line. So we're going to keep an eye on that. But so far so good. So we're just going to keep an eye on what's going on with the SPY. Obviously, if you look here, Netflix is very strong, but Netflix ran into some trend lines itself. So we'll see. Decent start, and I'm long on the SPY right now. I really do want to short, but as long as we're long, and and this is something to watch here, is if we can't hold this trend line. So right now it's sitting at 281. We're probably going to go lower. And I have a lot of room down here to the downside. We cross below these moving averages. We could have a down day and begin to start to descend in a direction like this, which is somewhat steep. So we'll see. Good luck, guys.